in a further weakening of our nation in the series that I'm putting together, today the ALP has stunned most commentators and pundits by coming out and saying that Peter Garrett, the Environment Minister, will not be allowed to answer any questions in Parliament. Now think about this for 1 second. You have a minister that has a portfolio that will not and is not allowed to, in essence has been gagged by the leader or the party, to answer any questions in relation to his portfolio. And anyone who wants to ask a question in relation to the environment, and remember the credentials that the Labor Party stood on was this unbelievable green platform that they stood on, now goes to the Treasurer, Wayne Swan. And we hear the spin doctors come out and say, oh, the environment is intrinsically tied to the environment, to the economy. Yeah, we understand that. But you have an environment minister to answer questions on the environment portfolio. You have a treasurer to answer questions on the Treasury portfolio. In another, they've really shown their true colours, the Labor Party here. They've used Peter Garrett, and he's obviously a puppet. He's gaffe prone, he's a radical. You use him to get the youth vote, which they desperately needed. You use him to get the Green vote, which they did quite successfully. And as soon as they win the election, they then tap him on the shoulder and say, listen, by the way, you're an imbecile. You're not allowed to talk at all in Parliament, and we're going to split your portfolio in half, and we're going to give half of it to Penny Wong, who's as shifty as a shithouse rat. And she's going to be responsible for climate and water, and anybody that asks a question to you in Parliament, well, we're going to get Wayne Swan, the Treasurer, to answer this. Now, if anyone thinks that this is strengthening our nation, they're kidding themselves. This, again, is just another highlight of the inadequacies of the Labor Party, the inadequacies of its shallow front bench. It now has no confidence in one of its senior ministers in a senior portfolio. It's probably only a matter of time before Peter Garrett gets pushed sideways into, I don't know, the arts, community service, some second-rate portfolio, and they get some other left-wing like Bill Shorten or Greg Combay or someone else to take that role. Because you can tell right now that Peter Garrett's days are numbered as a minister. Oh, and by the way, they're going all to Bali next week, the whole lot of them. Rudd, Swan, Smith, Garrett, Crean. Is there anyone left, or it's just junket time? We won the election, we don't know what to do, so now let's just get out of the country and leave it to somebody else. Well, too late, guys. You got in, start governing.